This is CBS.
John Riggins with 10 reasons why it's time to order Field & Stream now.
One good reason is this tough water-resistant duffel bag. It's one of 2 free gifts with your paid subscription. And here are 9 more reasons. Field & Stream shows you how to get more out of fishing and hunting, thanks to the best outdoor writers in print. And right now you can save plenty. 15 issues are just $12.97. That's 56% off the single copy price. You save over $16. So call 1-800...
You said 2 free gifts.
Okay, they'll give you the duffel bag plus a surprise gift.
A surprise? Like the 83 Super Bowl?
You got it.
To order Field & Stream and get your free duffel bag plus the surprise gift, call 1-800-348-0800. 15 issues for $12.97. 56% off the cover price, 35% off the basic subscription rate. That's 1-800-348-0800. 1-800-348-0800. Call now.
On the last $1 million chance of a lifetime, Tracy and Keith Roddy beat the champs
The jungle out there!
You won the game! And mastered the bonus round.
Leonard!
You got it! To move a day away from a grand prize worth $1 million. Now they face Kim and Dave Haney, tough competitors. So see who moves a day closer to the ultimate jackpot on the next $1 million chance of a lifetime.
Wednesday at 5 here on TV 12.
Share the spirit with TV 12.
From Susquehanna Country's largest and most highly acclaimed broadcast news organization, this is Action News. And now for TV 12's Action News, here is Jim Mathews with Mitch and Bob Buchanan.
Hello, here's what's happening here and around the world. Appalachian town supervisors look for ways to tighten up landfill regulations. Elmira school board members look over a stadium proposal. And mob bosses get big time behind bars in the Big Apple. But the big story on Action News, the search for Glenn Peterson. A New York State Police helicopter, tracking dogs, and ground crews are combing the hills in River Valley near Oneonta. They're looking for 17-year-old Long Island resident who disappeared Saturday morning. Police say Peterson was last seen at the Holiday Inn in Oneonta. He was part of a group on a weekend ski trip at the Deer Run Ski Resort. State police say they'll pick up their search tomorrow morning. If you have any information about Glenn Peterson's whereabouts, State police would like you to call them at area code 607-432-3211. Tonight, a quick-thinking nurse's assistant at the New York State Veterans Home in Oxford helped save the life of a resident who caught fire. According to officials at the Veterans Home, nursing assistant Teresa Barrow found 86-year-old Lewis Thomas ablaze in his room. Barrow was able to smother the flames, but she suffered burns to her hands. Thomas has been transferred to Upstate Medical Center for treatment. The Oxford Fire Department was called in to fight the blaze, which was confined to Thomas's room. Part of the nursing facility was evacuated as a precaution. The cause under investigation tonight. An inferno sent firefighters into the cold of a January afternoon in Great Bend Township. Action News reporter Veronica McQuillan was there as a home burned.
No one was home when this blaze broke out. It was called in by a nearby resident. By the time firefighters arrived, the building was fully engulfed in flames. The house was located on Route 7 in Great Bend Township, about 3/4 of a mile south of the state line. It had been home to the James Whitman family. Firefighters said conditions made battling the blaze tough.
It's an old wood structure, what they call balloon-type construction, which makes it spread very fast. Yes.
Tough to fight?
Yes, very tough. We're hampered today with an adequate water supply. We have to tank our water in, plus the weather conditions don't make it any easier.
Firefighters were on the scene for most of the afternoon. By the time the fire was put out, the home was a complete loss. An electrical problem is suspected as the cause. Veronica McQuillan, Action News.
The burned-out DuPont Plaza hotel fire is being laid at the feet of a San Juan, Puerto Rico maintenance man. Hector Escudero Aponte is charged with 96 counts of murder. Police say he set the blaze, which swept through the luxury hotel New Year's Eve, trapping guests behind a wall of flame and smoke. According to investigators, the maintenance worker used a sterno-like substance to torch furniture in the hotel ballroom. He's being held on $2 million bail. The blaze broke out shortly after union hotel employees took a strike vote. 3 mafia bosses are behind bars tonight as well, and it looks like they'll be staying put for a long time. Today, Anthony Fat Tony Salerno, Carmine Jr. Persico, and Anthony Tony Ducks Corallo each were sentenced to 100 years behind bars on racketeering convictions. The judge who handed down the sentences said the three men spent their lives terrorizing the community for their own financial gain. Governor Mario Cuomo has appointed a special prosecutor to investigate a racial attack in the Howard Beach section of Queens. The governor says Joseph Hines will be the state's special prosecutor. He replaces the Queens district attorney in the matter. Hines will look into the December 20th gang attack of 3 blacks. One of the black men died when he tried to escape and was hit by a car. A Supreme Court ruling today knocked out part of New York's law controlling the cost of alcoholic beverages. Under that law, the wholesale price of every bottle of liquor has been set by the state, and stores can sell that bottle for nothing less than a 12% markup. The ruling wipes out a system that's been in operation for 15 years. It could be good news for consumers.
I think there will be some deals that will benefit the consumer, but obviously we can't give liquor away. Everybody can't give it away.
But liquor buyers will have to look around to find better deals. Well, teachers in the Maine Enville School District say they want a fair deal. The members of the school board took out an ad stating teachers in the district are asking for more money for less work. That move brought an immediate and sharp reply from teachers.
It's degrading, it's humiliating. It basically says that they have no intentions of improving management labor relations.
The teachers point to the fact that they've been without a contract since the summer. But the long silent board defends their independent action and its validity.
This was not an attempt by the district to negotiate in public, but just simply to bring out certain correct information.
So while both sides declare their cause to be just, the standoff will continue at least until the next negotiating session. It will happen tomorrow night. At this hour, members of the Elmira School Board are still wrestling with a $9 million capital improvements plan that could help trigger construction of a new stadium on the south side, or at south side rather. Nancy Harrison reports.
Southside High School in Elmira has a small football field, but the varsity team plays at the Dunn Baseball Stadium a few miles away. This athletic field is where the district wants to build a $500,000, 4,000-seat football stadium to bring the football team back home.
The Dunn Field facility, which is a baseball diamond, is inappropriate for the playing of football, and it has made it difficult.
The school board is considering the stadium as part of a proposed $9 million renovation project involving each of the district's 11 schools. Ernie Davis Junior High School also could see some improvements. The school board is proposing to spend over $2 million on renovations there. Ernie Davis Junior High is an old school that school officials say has a lot of problems.
We are in very great need of a new roof. It leaks every time it rains. We have water coming down through the auditorium right into the cafeteria.
A new ventilation system at Southside is also included in the proposed plan. School officials say the state, not the taxpayers, will foot the bill for any renovations. Nancy Harrison, Action News, Elmira.
When we come back with more of Tuesday's Action News, plans for a new landfill along the New York-Pennsylvania border are bringing reactions from local government. Jerry Giordano has that story when we return.
Choosing the right contacts can be very confusing. It's the people behind them that make the difference. Binghamton Optical Vision Centers has been in business since 1898. Our eye exams are conducted in our store by our full-time doctor, and our trained staff will help you with instructions and fit, with 4 convenient locations to serve you better. You can trust the experts at Binghamton Optical Vision Centers. Binghamton, Vestal, Endicott, and now Owego.
Vision Centers.
Maine's Cash and Carry has all you'll need for your sports get-togethers for the Super Bowl on January 25th and all through the year.
For USDA Choice Western Beef, it's Maine's Meat City at prices you can't beat, yet custom cut to your specifications. And when you're shopping for barbecues or parties, from cups to chips, Maine's has it all.
I like the quality and the affordability.
It's a great place to find bargain prices on big-size packages.
You'll save every time you shop at Maine's Cash and Carry.
Now, it's time to buy. What counts to you? Cash back.
Then it's time to head for the Dodge Boys. Because right now, for a limited time only, you can get low 3.9% financing or $500 cash back on any new full-size Dodge pickup or van in stock. That's 3.9 financing or $500 cash back on full-size pickups and vans in stock, only at the Dodge Boys. We know what counts.
Yes, that's what counts.
America's best back trucks are Ram tough.
Excuse me, what are you doing for thrills this winter?
Not much.
Well, then it's time you put some excitement back in your life, because now you can learn to ski for only $15.
That's hard to believe.
You'd better believe it. Now when you sign up for the Skiing is Believing program, you get boots, bindings, skis, and poles, access to beginner slopes, plus a great beginner's lesson for only $15.
Now, Betty, the basics of skiing are easy.
Go ahead, take off for a great time. Just get down to your participating ski shop for all the details.
Appalachian town supervisors may not be able to stop a proposed landfill from opening up one day, but they do plan to make the bureaucratic process a real headache. Jerry Giordano tells of tonight's town hall meeting.
About 20 concerned residents packed the tiny Appalachian Town Hall in search of information. The group is fighting a landfill proposed by Solid Waste Industries of Binghamton. At this meeting, town leaders say it's time to get tough.
We have been in contact, the citizens group has been in contact with a number of representatives from DER and environmentalist groups. And the best line of approach we have is to ensure that the ordinances are on the books to provide safety and welfare of the residents.
Town officials proposed 4 different ordinances which would make running a landfill harder. They range from the source separation of garbage to obtaining a permit to fencing in any hazardous area.
We need to get laws enacted here in the township and in the area, as in the borough as well, to protect our environment here, because we feel that if we don't do something now, it will continue and we'll forever have trouble.
The meeting gives residents another chance to unify and chart a specific course of action. They say the bottom line is they don't want the landfill.
These resolutions won't be voted on until the 21st of this month. Those here say they don't have the power to stop the landfill, but if it does come, they'll fight to see that everything is done correctly. Jerry Giordano, Action News, Appalachian Township.
On the subject of utility costs, the state consumer group is asking for a guarantee that costs related to the 9 Mile 2 nuclear power plant will not run wild. Last year, the Public Service Commission agreed to discontinue a probe of cost overruns at the plant if the utility parties involved agreed to pay all costs above $4.16 billion. The price tag now hovers around $6 billion. Now the Consumer Protection Board is reporting a memo alleged to have come from Rochester Gas and Electric. That memo suggests that 9 Mile owners attempt to circumvent the cost cap with the extraordinary events clause to permit the owners to request a higher cap in the event of an emergency. Up ahead, the lure of easy Super Bowl tickets is just too much to resist. And Mitch with prep basketball highlights and the Tuesday night scoreboard. Action sports still to come on Action News.
Come on, it's in the cards at Burger King. Take your pick. That's right. And get a meal for only $2.49. All you got to do is pick one of 2 terrific meals. Okay, tell you what I'm going to do. Pick the plain broiled Whopper combo with large fries and a medium Pepsi, or pick the chicken tenders meal combo with large fries and medium Pepsi. It's your pick. Either the Whopper or chicken meal for only $2.49. You can't lose when you pick a deal at Burger King.
Shop for value, shop for service at the area's favorite food stores, Giant Markets. Here's a super value from P&R. Buy 1-pound boxes of regular or thin spaghetti, elbow macaroni, or cut Zeta are just $2. All delicious varieties of Ragu home-style spaghetti sauce in the quart jar are a low 89 cents. And assorted Archway cookies in the 1-pound package are regularly $1.59, now just 99 cents.
See you at the Giant.
From the Broyhill Gallery at Paz, the Total Warehouse Sale.
We must make room for new shipments coming in for the new year, so everything is reduced 20 to 40%. Help us clear our warehouse and help yourself to huge savings. It's a total warehouse liquidation of the best furniture names in America. including many great values in our Broyhill Showcase Gallery. Don't miss the Total Warehouse Sale now.
Visit the Broyhill Gallery at Pa's Neighborhood under the Big Chair on Montgomery Street. The Syracuse Big East Sports Connection brings you the Orangemen of Syracuse and the Eagles of Boston College, Tuesday night at 11:30. The competition will be intense as Jim Boeheim's top 20 Orangemen go head-to-head with Jimmy O'Brien's Eagles, Big East style. Be there for all the excitement when SU meets BC in Eagle territory. It's the hottest college hoop action around. Tuesday night at 11:30 from your Syracuse Sports Connection, WBNG-TV.
Well, how'd you like to win 2 free tickets to the Super Bowl? Well, this man is one source, but on the other hand, 2,000 wanted criminals in Denver thought they were going to get their big chance, but now most of them are going to the big house instead. All part of a Denver Police Department sting operation. Collar suspects wanted for serious crimes. Suspects were greeted by smiling hosts in tuxedos as they came to pick up their prizes. The suspects were congratulated on their good fortune and then taken to another room and arrested. Such will not be the case with us. We will give you your tickets and your free ride to...
That's right. Friday night at 6 will be the
only drawback is having to go with him. But I can't do anything about that.
Hey, chauffeur and a half, buddy. Don't forget that.
What a thrill.
I've got a lot of high school basketball tonight. First of all, Oneonta and Seton. This was scoreless for the first, 5.5 minutes? I thought I'd have to show highlights of Jim fishing from about 6 years ago, but finally they got some points on the board. 4-2 after one period, believe it or not. This is Oneonta's Steve Nesbitt, the first bucket of the night. Then we finally got some action going here. Seton's Jason Zavar looking for an open man to Ron Smith. Nice arc on that one and through 4-2. Oneonta tries to go to Eric Seams. Nice save, but to the wrong man. To Seton and Smith. The easy layup for a couple there. Still close, but then Oneonta widened it. Steve Quinones to Nesbitt for a couple there. And in the second half, the typical Steve Downey off the rebound and the miss. Through for 2, picks up the foul. Oneonta by 20. They are still the only undefeated boys team locally. Rest of the scoreboard tonight. Well, Binghamton over Ithaca. Vestal gets by UE. You'll see Binghamton and UE Friday here on TV 12. Owego a winner. Same with Johnson City. Susquehanna Valley beats CV. The Forks over Walton. Windsor beats Sherburne. Earlville. The Point gets by Green. Oxford a winner over Unitigo. Delhi beats BG tonight. Harpersville 6-point winner over Hancock. Afton knocks off Deposit. Tioga continues to roll along. Odessa Montour beats SVE. Newark Valley and Watkins Glen. This one ended with a technical foul on the scorekeeper. There's your final score. Montrose gets by Susquehanna. Mountain View over Blue Ridge. And also Western Wayne beats Elk Lake. Now the extra scores tonight. Trumansburg over Dryden 53-38. Newfield beat Edison 78-52. Women's College William Smith over Elmira 75-42. Now I'm going to show Syracuse at Boston College highlights. They're coming up next. Of course, the entire game follows us at 11:30. If you don't want to see the highlights of the score and you want to hang around, go get a sandwich. I'll call you back. Okay, here we go. Second half. That's BC. Skip Barry in the corner and BC by 6 at that point. All right, Syracuse's Sherman Douglas doesn't go. That's Derek Coleman with the rebound and through for a couple there. They go to SU's Howard Trish in the paint. It's up and through, and here comes the score. All right, it's Syracuse and Boston College. There's the final. All right, men's basketball. You can come back now. Here's the rest of the scores. Broome beat the Colgate JV. Potsdam over Hartwick. Cornell, no problem with Colgate. And Buffalo beats Elmira. The NBA tonight, Dallas by 5 over the Knicks. Boston gets by Jersey. Philly over Indiana. Detroit gets by Cleveland. Milwaukee knocks off Sacramento. The Rockets beat the Suns, and the Sonics lead the Nuggets in the third. Late one, San Antonio, Golden State, Utah, and Portland. Meantime, Houston's Mitchell Wiggins and Lewis Lloyd have been banned by the NBA for 2 years for testing positive for cocaine and not voluntarily coming forward and saying, excuse me, hey, I have a problem, I need help. So just like Michael Ray Richardson and John Drew before them, Wiggins and Lloyd will be able to apply for reinstatement to the league after their ban is up. American Hockey League tonight, winner Sherbrooke over Rochester, Maine in overtime over Newmarket, Bingo resting again off until Friday when Newmarket returns to the arena, a place where the Saints have had zero success all season. NHL this evening, Winnipeg by a goal over Washington, Islanders in Pittsburgh a tie, Edmonton by 2 over Detroit.
Stars and Stripes won, New Zealand nothing. After one round of the best-of-7 Challenger Finals, or the Cup semifinals, the Dennis Conner captain yacht led the entire way today, beating the Kiwis by 80 seconds and snapping a 28-race New Zealand win streak. Race number 2 is tomorrow. And while Taylor, the Giants, and Denver pack for Pasadena, TB12 Super Bowl Super Sweepstakes entries continue to keep the Postal Service very busy. If you haven't entered, mail your entry, like this one, tomorrow morning or late tonight, all right? It has to be in our bin by noon on Thursday for Friday's grand prize drawing. In the meantime, the newest Super Bowl 21 football winner is Bill Mahalik, Buffalo Street, Endicott, who has decorated his card with good luck. Yeah, right? Bill gets a football. Info on that will be heading his way soon. His card goes back in the bin for Friday's drawing, absolutely live at 6 o'clock.
And I'll see you tomorrow. We won't arrest you when you come to pick up your tickets.
Absolutely not. That's I'm ready to meet you. Let's go. I'm ready.
The winning number of the New York Lottery this Tuesday night is 225. Pennsylvania daily numbers game winner is 709. Well, 7 for 8. That's the record-breaking ratio on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials climbed another 3 points to 2,012. Trade active, 170 million shares changing hands. Advances led declines by 75 issues. Ahead tonight, the Wednesday weather is on Bob Buchanan's mind. We'll have the morning commute outlook and enjoying life to the fullest. Nothing stops some people, handicapped or no. Their story next.
Jim McMahon hands off to the fridge. Touchdown! Who can forget the excitement of Super Bowl 20? Just imagine the thrill of being here at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena for Super Bowl 21. Now your sports dream can come true by entering WBNG-TV's Super Bowl Super Sweepstakes. If you're picked as our grand prize winner, you and a guest will fly to sunny California aboard U.S. Air. You'll visit exciting Hollywood, home to the stars, beautiful Malibu, posh Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. And on Super Bowl Sunday, you'll be here at the Rose Bowl with me. I'll also be picking winners of commemorative Super Bowl 21 footballs during each weeknight edition of Action News. WBNG-TV Super Bowl Super Sweepstakes. Hurry and enter today. California, here we come to the Super Bowl.
Pick up your Super Bowl Super Sweepstakes entry forms at Pa's Woodshed on Montgomery Street in Binghamton and Brown's Trailer Sales Marathon.
It's new.
It's light. It's natural.
It's new light and natural bread with only 40 calories per slice, made with natural vegetable fiber.
From Grandpa Strolin.
It's one of my wonderful Earth Harvest breads.
That's why light and natural tastes so good. If you eat it,
you gonna look like you need it. New for you.
In white or wheat.
Light and natural bread. New from Earth Harvest. Remember, I make sure the goodness is baked in.
Next, ex-good friends go to court.
She didn't want Tommy or Bobby to know that she was paying me to move. She says Tommy would have her committed.
Did you want Tommy to know that you were paying $1,000
Would my son have me committed?
Please don't answer a question with a question.
No, certainly not.
Just answer me.
Certainly not.
Just answer. Not?
No.
Don't miss the People's Court, Wednesday at 5:30 on TV 12.
Not every mountain is a physical obstacle. Sometimes personal limitations can tower over a person. But not for these challenged people. They are leaving their physical problems behind and finding a new and exciting aspect of life.
It's a real blessing to be able to try something like this. I think everybody should really try to go for it.
Susie's just one of the people attending this Learn to Ski clinic sponsored by the 52 Association for the Handicapped. This program at Greek Peak instills the learner with a powerful dose of self-confidence and a good time. Well, Bob Buchanan's here now to take a look at the weather, and I guess we've had some moderate winter weather, but it could get real cold before long.
Yeah, a little colder stuff is trying to make its way into the United States. We may get into some of that, and maybe another snowstorm, like about Sunday. Right now, we're just kind of sitting there spinning our wheels. It's a little warmer than normal. We have a little flurry activity, and that's about it. 28 degrees at Link Field now with a northwest wind at 7. That gives you a wind chill of 18, so it feels warmer out there now than it did during the afternoon. It's dropping quite rapidly just down to our south and west, where it's been clear for a long time. On the other hand, some of the stations are still in the 30s, as you see there. Now, we did have 12% of the sunshine today, and we had an inch of snow over that entire period from midnight up until late in the afternoon. Haven't had any since then. In fact, it's partly cloudy out there right now. Now, as far as the nation is concerned, again, it is a warm day over almost the entire country, especially over the north.
a little cooler down there in Florida maybe than they'd like at only 70 at Miami, but 40s and 30s all over the place, still very warm in the middle part of the plains. Now, see, they dropped 26 degrees in Rapid City from a high of 75 yesterday, and by tomorrow, I mean, they're going to be really frigid. Some really cold air is coming down there, and you see what it's going to do tonight. Now, it's going to get a little colder up there tonight, and then by tomorrow, maybe even colder than that. Here in the Northeast, well, not bad tonight. We will be somewhere in that 25 to 30 range for the most part, except for those places that are out in the country, and then down here in the Southland, a little chilly in the northern part of Florida. Now, as far as the look from above is concerned, don't lean on that. You're not going to lose. As far as the look from above is concerned, just a few clouds over the mountains here, clear all the way down the coast, and then there's some clouds back here along a frontal system. A lot of clouds down here. That's a subtropical jet. And in the west, well, there are clouds out there, too, getting a little bit of precipitation along the coast now, and the rest of it is right down here. Nothing else showing up all along the United States. Now, here's the way the map shapes up. This high pressure ridging in here now, clearing things out. We'll have a partly sunny day tomorrow with some cloudy periods. As this frontal system gets closer and closer to us, it'll warm up maybe 40 degrees. By tomorrow night, it'll be bearing down on us. I think it'll go through on Thursday. After it goes through, temperatures will drop a little bit, but not until this one goes through. The really cold stuff will be behind the second one. That comes up probably late Friday and into the weekend. Maybe some snows coming up through the Mississippi Valley to hit us along about Sunday. Now, as far as temperature is concerned, 30 as we came into this day, had an overnight low of 29 at 3:30 in the morning. 32 degrees, the high. First recorded at 2 in the afternoon, held through the late afternoon. It's 28 out there right now. And the rest of the night, well, it'll be partly cloudy, no worse than that. And 25 degrees when you get up tomorrow morning. Some clouds tomorrow, but some sunshine too, high of about 40. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, low of about 30. And then on Thursday, it'll cloud up. There's a 60% chance of getting some snow before the day is over. Just scattered snow showers, though. 35 again. More snow on Friday, scattered again. And then clears out on Saturday, and maybe some real snow on Sunday. Tell you more about that later. Highs 25 to 35 Friday, 15 to 25 Saturday and Sunday. In the low 20s Friday, and 0 to 15 for the lows over the weekend.
Artificial snow Thursday and Friday, and the real stuff on Sunday.
The real stuff.
Thank you, Bob. Still coming on Action News tonight, the faithful will gather in search of peace and justice. We'll tell you more about that when we come back.
It's important to me to be in control, and I want control over my IRA, to move in and out of my investments as I think best. That's why I have my IRA at Charles Schwab, the discount broker. I like knowing I can switch between investments at any time, as often as I like, and never pay a penalty. I'd recommend the Charles Schwab IRA.
To get your free booklet on the One IRA for all your investment needs, call now 800-848-4600. That's 800-848-4600.
Okay. Representatives from area churches will be getting together this Saturday. They say they want to promote peace and social justice. Joseph Cadrier belongs to Our Lady of Good Counsel Parish. He tells Veronica McQuillan that Saturday's day-long series of workshops will show people ways to bring about positive change.
There are a number. What we hope to do is to move people, as our theme says, from awareness to action. We believe there's an awful lot of awareness right now of the need for social justice. And the people need to have some sort of motivation to go from understanding that there's a need to actually doing something to accomplish change.
The workshops will be held Saturday at Blessed Sacrament Church Hall in Johnson City. Singer Link Flight Systems of Broome County has landed an $8 million contract for production of a flight simulator for Finnair, the national airline of Finland. The simulator is to be delivered in early 1988 to Helsinki. Officials at Niagara Mohawk will be making a safety check at the 9 Mile 2 nuclear reactor near Oswego. They'll be checking a generator piston rod similar to one that failed at an Arizona nuclear power plant. Congressman Matthew McHugh will be in Wednesday through Sunday. About 20 members of Congress are attending a conference on U.S.-Soviet relations. Commonwealth Bank Shares Corporation of Williamsport reports its 5th straight year of record profit. The chairman of the board says net income is up almost 50% over 1985. A proposal is being made to build a $4 million greenhouse complex in the village of Waverly. Dr. Peter Lederer is seeking state and federal capital to start the project. Dr. Lederer wants to produce huge lettuce crops in those greenhouses. Alfred University is part of a $2.4 million program to foster high technology projects in New York. Governor Cuomo says that today's economic and technological environment demands the state boost its high-tech base. Investigators say a man found shot to death in his vehicle in Luzerne County may have been the victim of a drug deal gone bad. but authorities admit they have no suspects in the shooting death of 42-year-old William Atkinson of Hanover Township. And finally on Action News tonight, Convision. Inmates are on the air at the Dade County Correctional Facility in Florida with their own cable TV news show. All the latest prison gossip and news bulletins are as close as the nearest TV. Here's anchor Paul Thompson with a breaking story.